And we are live. Hi, Alan.
Hello, everybody. Hello. We are live. Here be dragons. What's up?
Woo. Welcome to Here Be Dragons, where creativity meets courage and dragons live in the art we create and the lives we lead. I'm Carla Morrow of DragonLady Art, and with me is my co-pilot and dragon rider extraordinaire,
Alan Childers of Alan Childers Art and Illustration. We're here to talk about the dragons we face, the treasure we're after, and the wondrously weird journey of life. Every episode will explore what it takes to face your dragon and maybe even ride one.
So grab your shields, sharpen your claws, and let's dive in, because today we're asking the question that matters most. What dragons are you facing? Alan.
Hi, Carla.
Hi, Alan. How are you?
What dragons are you facing, Carla?
Apparently my co-host. I'm kidding.
That's a big dragon.
Oh boy, howdy, it's going to be a night, y'all. It's going to be a night. We are starting off at the gate, filled with piss and vinegar.
We've got piss and vinegar. Oh, sorry to all the Scottish people I just insulted with that accent.
Great. Yes. So.
Yes. Yeah. Dead air. Yeah.
I had. It has been a long week. I've had jury duty for like the last 2 weeks off and on. And luckily today was just a shit. Okay, the case should be over, so I should be able to talk about it now. I think it was a drunk driving case, which is better than the last 2 that they tried to pull me in, which were violence against women and children. So I can't handle violence against women and children. But
lovely area you live in.
Well, small town.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing better to do than violence against women and children, apparently.
I guess not.
We can't do it at the tourists. So it's frustrating because you gotta wait till like the day before and then call a number and then see if you have to go in or whatever. And with the ADHD, I'm a firm believer that ADHD is a superpower for me, but it is disruptive in ways of like, I have to have my days set in my head a couple of days beforehand. So by the time I get to the day that it is, I usually have my day planned out in my head, and not knowing what's going on until I have to get called in for jury duty is really shitty. Cause like I was going to do business day today. It was going to be all like businessy shit. And I had moved my schedule around to specifically do business shit today. And then I ended up spending half of it in the next town over because the courthouse is an hour drive from my house.
An hour? Holy fuck.
I get paid.
How big are the counties there? Jesus.
So we're in Lincoln County, and I'm at the far edge of the county, and the county seat is way further into the county. It's a cow county. There's more cows here than people.
It's Cow County.
Welcome
to Cow County.
Yep. Most of New Mexico be a cow county. So yeah. So it's, having to go out and leave my house at 7:30 in the morning when I am not a morning person, to be there at 8:30 and have to think that early in the morning. There was a lovely woman sitting next to me that we got to talking, because you're going to laugh. I got out of jury duty because of the podcast.
What? Sweet.
He said, does anybody have anything important to do tonight? Because you're already here. But we should be over by 5. And I lifted up my little hand and I was like, I have an interview tonight at 5 p.m. And have you ever tried rescheduling artists? And the judge laughed. So I, not that I use that as an excuse.
Did he ask what the name was of the podcast?
No, he didn't. He asked who I was interviewing, and I was like, another artist. And you know how hard it is to herd artists.
You used me as a scapegoat to get out of jury duty? That's awesome.
You can put that in your hat.
Well played. Played.
Thank you. So yeah, so we ended up getting out. I did get out at like 10, and then I've been spending a lot of time at the river lately because it's nice and quiet and nature. And like we were talking earlier, I realized today that I haven't finished a painting since March, because I have had so many other things going on. And that's part of it, like shows, right? So it takes me 2 weeks to get ready for a show. And I had like the tattoo convention in March, and then I had Norman, Oklahoma, and then there was another show in there. And then I was in Vegas for Licensing Expo. And then I got back from Vegas and I was home for like 3 weeks, and then I did that Kickstarter, and the Kickstarter was like 3 weeks, and then after the Kickstarter, it's just been like one thing after another, and I have not been able to work on any art. So the
I'm right there. I am right there with you. I made that huge painting, that original that sold to a friend. Bought 2 different originals, so that was fantastic. During the Renfest, Silver Sage Renfest, and then I did some not Goblin Market, but Critically Epic stuff. For Critically Epic, some designs for that. Simple kind of sticker design stuff. And I just recently got a character commission done that took me all summer to do. And that's been it. I got the initial acrylics down for a painting for another commission, but like no other personal work or anything like that. It's just been a dry spell, and it's been like overwhelming, grief, mixed with a little bit of depression and some responsibilities. I don't really want to make the podcast about like no, that, but like those are factors. Those
are factors that everybody goes through, right? Like grief is a universal thing, and being stressed out is a universal thing. And I've been going through my own lovely basket of shit with shadow work and figuring out who I am, and my whole personality collapsed last week, so that was fun. That kind of thing of it makes it hard to. And what's crazy is I'm having all kinds of ideas, right? Like I have.
Yeah, you've been firing them off. Like you got like what, at least 4 or 5 years planned out of content and product and things that you could be working on.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 3 Oracle decks. I had the idea for another Oracle deck, and I've got the structure of that figured out. So once the structure is figured out, I can start figuring out the artwork. And the Enchanted Blossoms deck needs to go into the research phase, and that's going to be hard research. So the Phoenix deck is almost easier at this point because it's just plugging in art, as opposed to the other one that needs to have all of that research put into it to make sure that I get the flowers right and the butterflies right and all that kind of fun stuff. And then before any of that happens, I have to finish the book first that I did through Kickstarter. So I will. Those of you who are watching, I will be in Kansas for 2.5 weeks, mostly Kansas City. I got into Kansas City Renaissance Festival, so I'll be doing that for 2 weeks. And then I've got Great Plains, which I believe Alan is doing with me, with his own booth. Woohoo!
If the Great Plains people send me the acceptance, yeah, I'd be happy. I would love to do it.
Yep. I'm sure they will. I got to call them because I sent off my application and then went back and looked, and like half of the application deleted.
Oh, okay.
So I need to actually call.
I don't even know really how to check an app. I've never had it says it's submitted, but like.
Yeah, you can log into their website. They have a place to log in that can show you like what your application looks like, but I can't change my application. So I was like, well, shit. I don't know if they want me to fill out a new one. I sent them an email, but we know how great they are with getting back to email. That was dripping with sarcasm. If that did not come across well,
just a little critique, just a little,
right? Just a little. And I would like to know that y'all got my info, okay? But so it's gonna be, and I'm taking my iPad, so I'll be able to work on the book stuff there. But I had wanted to work on it like the last half of this month, and we're now a week away from the end of the month, and I haven't done shit. That's only partially true. I did finish like 4 patterns for licensing purposes.
Yeah.
And a tattoo design and a couple of other odds and ends.
Well, see, you're doing stuff. You're clearing your plate. It's like eating the vegetables first.
Yeah, exactly. I'm clearing the plate. But it's nothing that I don't want to say that I've wanted to work on, because I was really excited about these projects. And then I started them and went, I am not excited about this at all.
This turned out to not be the thing
I thought. Not what I wanted to do. As much as I enjoy pattern design when it's my own artwork, like I'm still Pattern design does not come easy because I'm still very new at it, and those pathways have not been laid yet. And I don't know if I can actually announce what project it is, but I did some I did some pattern work for a large gaming company.
Oh, sweet.
And yeah, and I did some tattoo work for somebody else and things like that. So, and I think I talked to you a couple of days ago about maybe possibly opening commissions and
Yeah.
thinking about that.
Didn't you also recently like help a local upcoming Ren Fair do some logo work too as well?
Yeah, that was in there too.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah. I need to finish that. I've got the black and white version almost done, and then I need to go back through and finish the color version for them. But they're waiting on me, and I know, don't give me that look. Trust me, I give myself that look in the mirror every day, like, you should be working on something. Why are you not working? But
I mean, I'm nobody to say anything because like I just sit over there and like watch my art desk like judge me.
Right?
I'm like, maybe I should move things around again.
yeah, right.
Let me sharpen all my pencils, test all the paints to make sure they're still good.
Yeah.
Let me do 20 to 5 different things in my studio
Right?
that thing that's just barely hanging there for like 6 months, it might fall, so I might need to go get that tacked up.
Yeah, I know, right? Yes. Yeah, it's funny because this isn't something that we can phone in, right?
No.
I mean, you can, but then you're not making as much money as you should. And I hate to bring money into it, but right? Or your reputation's on the line or that kind of thing. But I mean, try to explain to people that, when people work a day, 9 to 5, right? I'm assuming even with your job, you can do this. If you're having a bad brain day, you can muddle through and you're still going to get a paycheck, right? You can, you can show up, you can be a placeholder and maybe jerk around on your phone a little bit longer. Or that's not what I meant. Oh my God. I told you we were running out of the gate with this one.
I almost did it. That's what she said.
I mean, but you kind of goof off a little more, or you zone out a little more, or whatever. And I have tried pushing through paintings before when I wasn't having a good brain day. Right. And I just ended up having to fix 95% of what I had done the day before. Right. And the jury duty doesn't help because I'm not sure what days I'm going to get called in and what days I'm not. And then the show stuff, I'm doing much better than I was before. It used to take me 3 to 4 weeks to get over doing a big show, especially like Norman. Now it's only taking me about a week. So that's all good stuff. But I'm sitting in my studio and I'm looking at 4 paintings that are started and in varying degrees of being done. And I haven't touched a single one of them. Right. Which is frustrating. Because I usually, even when I was working full time and doing this, I was still I could still grind out 8 or 9 paintings a year. And I haven't painted a dragon since mid 2025. So it's been it's been well over a year since I've painted a dragon.
What prompted you to stop painting dragons? Was it just not thinking that it was going the way you wanted to go, or?
I think that was a big part of it. And I think I had messaged you the other day about coming up with a story.
Yeah. That
makes them all cohesive in one place. And I don't know. And
even the dragons that you have done, what I noticed about when you are selling them at conventions is you have a story for them. The lore that inspired the dragons, and what references that you took inspiration from that. So when you're telling them that is kind of like a story, but that's the piece's story and not specifically a story for the dragons as a character, as their own internal narrative.
For sure, for sure. And character design is not something I was ever great at or wanted to do. Like I'm not a story writer. I never had even the Little Wings dragons, the baby dragons, took me 10 years to come up with a story, let alone, and it's changed over the years, right? And I don't like doing one shots of things. I like doing ecosystems or whole. I mean, that's why I like the decks so much. Is I can come up with an entire system and then drop artwork into the system, and it's almost the system that's more important than the art itself.
Yeah, like creating a product line, almost
right.
like a very Andy Warhol-esque kind of thing, but with for like the type of your type of style. Sorry.
Right.
Words.
Yeah, exactly. And like I was talking to my friend Bridget today, and I realized that like painting 6 months out of the year and then product design the other 6 months out of the year sounds like a lot of fun. But I say that knowing that in the last year that I have been doing the shadow work and that I've been working on myself and my belief systems and confidence and all that kind of good shit, I have jumped ships multiple times, right? I left the dragons and I got into the fine art, and I'm really still excited about the fine art, but not quite as excited as I was before. And I did like the whales and the bear and the turtles that I started but haven't finished yet are more like whimsical fantasy or whimsical wildlife, as opposed to this stuff, which is more serious wildlife. It's like I'm trying to refine my voice, and I haven't quite found.
I also see it as, tell me if I'm wrong, but keeping the gas pedal pressed down, like you're switching things up in a very fast rate to keep your dopamine high up. So you're chasing dopamine hits to
absolutely
to counter things. So you don't want your dopamine to fall below a certain a certain threshold.
Yes.
And eventually it does, and like you lose who you are for like 2 or 3 days.
Right? Yeah. And that's just the nature of the ADHD beast too. But I'm also not filling it with like doom scrolling. Like I have not.
Yeah, I have
been much on.
Thank you, Office Reels. Whoever does the reels for The Office, it got me back into watching the show, and it's been helping.
Awesome! Yay! Yeah, because I get on Facebook now, and I'm on for like 5 to 10 minutes, and I'm just like, this is not fun for me, and now I'm angry because I'm seeing what other people are doing elsewhere in the world in not good places, and being angry is not conducive to making art either.
I tell you what, and when you're in this zone where, like, as an artist, when you're trying to empty your cup and fill it at the same time, and so you're emptying your cup so that you can take in new ideas, and some of those ideas are just flushed with stress and grief or whatever you're dealing with, whatever dragon you're facing that day. When that gets inside and just coils around you and doesn't let go, then that's when the problems start happening.
Right. Yeah. Well, and I mean, part of the shadow work is processing deep emotions, and things that have come up have like gone all the way back to early childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And those are emotions and thoughts and feelings that I have had stored up for 35 years. And a lot of that was a lot of the driving force for my art. I have to create to prove myself. I have to prove that I'm worthy of being an artist. I have to prove that my art is worthy of making money. I have to prove that, this was a good decision. I have to prove that I am worth something because I'm bringing in money, and that, everything that I have fought so hard to do for the last 30 years has a place.
And those are just the internal factors going on, not even recognizing the external factors that are going on at the same time.
For sure. 2022, 2023 were my best years. I did almost, I did over 100K in art sales in 2.5 years.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And that was, baller. And then the
bottom fell out.
The bottom fell out. The current hoo-ha and woohoo took over. and
the woohoo.
And the woohoo. Yeah. And now it's, as we said, the middle has dropped out, right? The people are buying stickers, or there are still people with money that are buying multiple $1,000 paintings.
Right.
But my $20 print sales, I have that buy 3, get the 4th one free. And I used to just hand them out, just stacks and stacks. Oh, deal stacks. I'll get 9 prints.
You were shocked. I don't think we got a single, maybe $200 bills in the entire run, and the rest of it was just 20s and stuff like that. And so I was like, and that's the way it's been for I think the last few shows for me. So that for me, I was like, it's like, especially when the showrunners have figured out that they can take it from not only the artist but also at the gate, because people are wanting experiences and they're paying that extra 20 just for the experience of seeing a star that they liked or other cosplayers and stuff like that. So they're paying for that experience at the gate, and so the showrunners are making bank on us and who attends.
Yeah, double dipping.
Yeah.
Double dipping.
Double dipper.
And I know I'm desperately trying to find the answer, right? Because for a long time it was social media, and for a long time it was this thing and that thing. And I was doing daily emails for months, and that was still an amazing thing. But sitting down and writing 7 emails a day or a week just got to the point where I couldn't keep up. And I would like to go back to doing 3 emails a day or a week. Good Lord. No. I'm not going to flood everybody's inbox. 3 emails a week. But the other flip side to that is I quit doing dragons right now too. Yeah. So pushing, it didn't seem, what's the word I'm looking for? Sorry, I've been having a couple of bad ADHD days, so words are bad. It hasn't been prevalent to send out dragon emails when they're not, they're not doing well. But I have talked to people. So with, amusingly, a side quest note, with the shadow work that I've been doing, I apparently have a lot more confidence, and I have a lot more people approaching me with questions and stuff, especially when I mentioned that I'm an artist. So I was talking to a friend of mine about the Phoenix deck and showing her the breakdown of it. And the person that was checking out was like, wait a minute, you do decks? And I go, yeah, I've got we carry 2 here at the bookstore, and I've, internationally published, multiple languages, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, I'm working on a deck. And I was like, okay. And he had a bunch of, no, it was legit. He had a bunch of really good questions.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, well, here's my bookmark, and my information is on the bottom of this. So if you have questions about making a deck.
Well, this is not the first time decks have come into our sphere's focus. Our friend Brian W. Parker just is working on this cool divinely dressed animals kind of thing. I don't know if that's the official title or whatnot, but he just started, as soon as that fire lit in him, he just kind of
it
vomited
right out.
He was sending the stuff in the messenger and stuff, and I'm like, holy shit. And when that that muse is we're all chasing that muse to have the I read this or listened to the audiobook, but Big Magic by Alyssa Gilbert.
Yeah.
And one of the things that she's talking about in that is these ideas, the muse will bring these ideas, but they don't stick around. They're right there for you to grab if you need it. Mm-hmm. But if you don't seize that moment, carpe diem and shit, carpe diem that shit.
That's the official term.
Yeah, carpe diem that shit. If you don't carpe
I need that
diem
on a
that,
t-shirt.
if you don't carpe diem that shit, then the muse is gonna move on to the next person who may take that idea and run with it.
Yeah. And we've seen that as artists. I have a couple of art friends. Shout out to Jessica Douglas. Love you, bitch. She posts something and I message her and I go, dude. And then I got the same exact thing in my sketchbook, and vice versa. Like I'll post something and she'll be like, oh my God, I just had that same idea. Like she's one of these that's like my art twin, and it's like almost creepy about.
Oh, you guys are sharing like a twin art soul.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no.
Exactly. And
you're like, ha, I'm putting stones on paintings.
Right?
What are you
doing?
No,
she did that a long time ago. She's
oh,
done
shit.
that. She's done that for a while now. She was one of the first people I saw.
Carla's like, I'm not giving up on dragons. I can do it.
Very few people are doing them. No, she would like randomly post on Facebook groups. She'd be like, so I glued myself to my painting again. Yeah, Jessica Douglas is awesome. Go check out her stuff.
That happens.
We gotta have her on the show. She's amazing. But yeah, I love Elizabeth Gilbert, and I've seen her TED Talk.
a lot of like when Carla name drops, she knows a lot of fucking artists. Okay,
I've been doing it for a long time.
Like I've met a few artists, and she like walks around like the Queen of Sheba.
I'm mid-tier. I'm mid.
Mid-tier. Oh shit! If you're mid-tier, then I'm like the bottom. I'm you know what I am? I'm a piece of dirt on the bottom of the cake pan of the tier.
No. You are not that bad.
You didn't sound that good either. Oh my God. What the fuck?
You're good. Your character stuff is better than mine is. And I've told you that multiple times.
I mean, I do like the expression of my characters. I think I work really hard with that. And I think like going forward, you talked about a story for your dragons. I think that you might experiment with putting a little expression into like dragons, especially if you're wanting to tell a narrative with the piece itself, or you just want the piece itself to tell a story.
Did you just say my dragons are not expressive enough?
No? How did you come away with that? I said you could add a little more.
You could experiment with a little expression in your art.
No, just like the human gestural, like adding a little human gestural into the fantastique to make it seem more humanized or intelligized, or I don't even know the fucking word. Anthropomorphize the there it is. It hit.
Yes. And that's part of, I don't know, the issue, I guess. And it's not really an issue, but I chased the almighty dollar, and the feedback and the prestige, and again the okay from my family and my friends that I was doing the right thing, and that look, I'm proving myself and I'm doing this thing. And I think that like the dragons are kind of wrapped up in that. I mean, when I chose to paint dragons way back in high school, and the reason I chose that is because outside of gaming, there wasn't anybody doing them at the time. Now, I mean, that's only partially true. Like you had Ruth Thompson, you had Cirillo. We all have the same agent now, by the way. And just to drop that. But it's that kind of.
Didn't you say you wanted to have your agent on as a guest?
I do. Yes, he's on vacation right now.
Oh, okay.
Which is why I haven't received my check, Joe. Damn you! No, I'm kidding.
Where's he at?
I actually don't know. Probably Disney World, because he's over on that, and he has like the all expense paid pass where he gets X amount of visits per year or something like that.
Oh yeah, right.
Discounted all the Disney
business
stuff.
Expense too. Research.
Yeah, he's got 2 kids in that Disney age, so he's such a good dad. He's such a good dad.
I would think that like as an agent, like looking at artwork, it classifies as work. Like you go into a museum.
Oh, he's definitely checking under gift shop products.
You go into Walt Disney. Technically, you're doing product research right there.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure he writes off plenty of his trips. And yeah, well, and Jasmine Beckett Griffith, who's also one of his artists and a dear friend of mine, talk about name dropping. I know, right? We need what is the bell from
Told you guys. Told you.
She like is a legit Disney artist, so yeah. So he'll go down there and check out her stuff and whatnot. But I did just get I do have to say that my licensing has grown a lot in the last year, which has been surprising. So I just was picked up by a wooden puzzle company. I was picked up by a cake topper company. I have
for your dragons?
For the the dragons and the kid stuff. So a lot of my kid stuff is geared towards licensing. So, and I have like Diamond Dots has picked up a bunch of my children's stuff. So when they sell the like not Home Depot, Hobby Lobby and like Michael's and stuff like that. And I did get another puzzle design this year. So my licensing stuff is starting to pick up, which is nice.
I just had like a lightning bolt movement about some of your like your kid stuff products. Mm-hmm. Like you should get a mock-up of your designs in 3D so that somebody could see that as a potentially a 3D product that they would want to make for like things like cake toppers and things like that.
Yeah, I would love. I mean, figurines are kind of my white whale.
Yeah.
And at this point, I don't care what they are, if they're dragons or if they're
that'd be freaking sweet.
Yeah, toys, and
I think Amy Brown's fairies have shipped over 2 figurines too. So I think
for years now. Yeah,
and some other fantasy artists too that are well known. Like they do all the huge like busts and stuff, and they're really cool.
Yeah, Ruth Thompson, like 90% of what she does has been picked up by figurines.
Yeah,
with a particular company. I have some tea on companies that I'm not going to share on the podcast, but we can talk later if you want.
We do. We need a blog where we just this is the tea spilled.
We spilled, but it's by invite only. So
we invite only. We publicly spill that shit. Exactly. We will call it the spilt tea, and we will
spilt tea.
Yeah.
Yes, or the spilt paint cup.
Yeah, the spilt paint cup. Oh shit! Ooh. There we go.
Yep.
Dirty paint water.
Dirty.
It's all turnaround videos,
right?
There's somebody out there going, "Oh yeah,
only artists." Yeah,
only artists. Yes.
Maybe
somebody's coding that shit right now. Only artists taking that website design. It's mine.
Right. Wait, hang on. I'll add it to my list of GoDaddy names.
They'll just somebody at AI will make it. They'll be like, "I'm making it right now," and I'm filling it with AI.
Nobody actually listens to our podcast.
AI turnaround models. There we go.
There you go. Yeah.
And we got to name drop AI at least once an episode.
Well, of course. Well, yeah, you're dealing with it like big time this week, right?
Oh, just a little bit. I mean, the guy, I host a casual sketch jam locally, kind of like your group hangout with your with the writing. Is it a writing club or
writing? Yeah, writing and art group. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a creatives group.
So I mean, it's very similar. I refer to it as a sketch jam social, where people come and they just chill, work on their stuff. It's not very directed.
Is there
and a gentleman and his wife came and she was all excited and she was just doing coloring books and stuff, which I encourage because coloring is awesome too. And so he says he has some wood stuff that he's working on, and I'm like, yeah, I would love to see it. And so he brings it in, and there are all these kind of lathed, routed relief kind of wood plate things. Look like you set them up on a stand, things like that. They're about
laser cut stuff.
No, it's with wood, so it was probably like a router or a table lathe or something like that.
Yeah.
It's easily could have been hand chiseled and carved. With a by hand, or even burns added to it with the burner. Um, but the but yeah, and he said, and then he goes, and all these are AI. He goes, most of these are AI, and I go, oh, okay. I tried to be diplomatic, but I was, I think he had said something and doubled down on it, and I was just like, nope.
So was he doing the design work and then carving that into the wood, and the design work was AI?
Yeah, the design work was AI. So I think he wasn't carving it into the wood by hand. I think it was like a lathe or some type of saw.
Yeah, that's what I was like. If it was a laser, the X tool is the new one, or the
it could something like that. And he saying it was all about the product and things like that, and that at one point in time he referenced like chimney sweeps being an outdated job, and yeah,
he came to a sketch jam and dropped out. Oh, nope.
Yeah, and I was just kind of like,
how did you not insert foot?
The fact that I didn't have to do it,
nicer person than I would be.
The fact that I didn't have to do it alone, like pretty much every artist in there stepped up with a fact, or an opinion about how they feel about AI, and I wasn't like the lone voice advocating for artists. And that
I would have puffer fished all over the place.
Oh, I know you would have. But the simple fact is like, people feel like he may have been I'm trying to put myself into a person who's doesn't really do art that much, is just getting into it. I'm trying to have empathy and think about people who do this, because I'm seeing it everywhere. Where right now I'm seeing it with the people I work with, where like the convenience of it saves them 90 minutes to their day, and it's like 60 to 90 minutes, and I'm trying to empathize with the why.
But that's understandable, because
the ends don't justify the means, though, overall.
No, and when you have teachers that are underpaid, and you have any and more is being put on their plate. Like I agree that does not justify it. That does not make it right.
No.
But it makes it understandable. But some guy who thinks he's gonna make money going to shows and selling this shit.
I'm not even sure if like his intention was to go to shows. He was just happy to show us that he was working on it.
I don't understand.
I think he was wanting.
He wants the head.
He was wanting my respect as a person who crafted that item, and I couldn't give it to him.
No,
I couldn't give it to him.
You went tonight and you got pizza. Yeah. So you went to a pizza place and you placed an order and they gave you a pizza.
Yeah.
Did you immediately come home and post, look at the pizza I made?
Nope. No.
Bingo. That's the point. Like
I told you what I put on it because it was good.
Right? And we I've been to places where I've ordered weird combinations before, and the waitress has brought it out and went, wow, that looks really good. That's a cool thing that you thought about making that combination. I'm still not going to take credit for making that fucking pizza.
Right?
Right?
Even if your mama's made it before.
Right? Yeah. I mean, unless I'm going to actually make the damn pizza. Now, I made some cordon bleu this week that was really damn good. But I made it. I bought the ingredients and I made it. I did not write the recipe, so I won't take credit for that. But still,
it's the mass. For me, it's the mass devaluation of an entire industry without regulation or oversight into how they were going to implement it. It's a vastly unregulated technology that the storage of it, having to compute the data of it. It's not a safe technology for us right now to utilize.
No.
And it just feels good to make art. like yourself.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
if you've never done it.
And I wonder if some of this is like the capitalism side of it, right? We have to turn, we're all grifters. We're all, and especially now, especially since groceries are so high and gas is so high and rent is so high and everything else, like everybody's trying to figure out a side hustle to make their money. And I know
Right.
like there's as many people on YouTube selling videos on how to make money with AI as there are AI people out there. And even they're not making, you can't go to a POD company and use AI artwork and really go anywhere anymore because those markets are flooded. Etsy is flooded. All those places are flooded like hell. And there's like nothing you can really do at this point to counterbalance that. And so we were talking in the creative group the other night about a lot of the Japanese craftsmanship as far as like, you know, making brushes or making kind of anything really, right? These are people that it's the process, it's the craft of it. And a lot of AI artists, a lot of AI prompters, whatever you want to call them, are not there for the process. They're not there for the craft.
No.
And what gave me hope in that meeting was that there are still people who are willing to pay money for the craft of something.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. Now, the downside of that is, especially in the US, the people that can afford that is getting smaller, right? That's where the bottom is dropping out. And I don't have an answer for that. I wish to God I did, because then I wouldn't be sitting here.
That's an external problem. I don't think that's an external problem that artists can solve, but yet it's put on our shoulders.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, we have to.
It's not even
like,
put on our shoulders.
all of America right now is having to deal with the shit that's been externally placed on their shoulders to carry the load for you know. So yeah, I mean, it's not anybody's fault, and I think that like we have to do what we have to. Well, yeah. Well, we have to do. It's
a handful of people's fault.
Well, it's a few of you. But you know, but right now we have to do what we have to do to survive the moment until the moment has passed, if it does pass. Or
is it not the first moment I have been through?
And to make decisions based upon like what you can handle right now. Like I've already noticed, like I know that for me, I overextended myself in September, doing stuff, and it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's me. Like I should have known that. I should not have attempted Great Plains. I really should not have attempted Great Plains.
At least you're doing it with a safety net.
Not really. I mean, there's no guarantee that we'll be next to each other. Like we can't make that guarantee. So.
Oh, I'm gonna call. I am calling.
Queen of Sheba. Told you guys.
Do you know who I am?
She's the Dragon Lady.
I am the Dragon Lady. Thank you. No, I was gonna call and talk to him anyway.
All right, your website is Dragon Lady Art, not the Dragon Lady Art. I think that would
give me 5 minutes.
That would be a little pretentious, and I bet somebody took it.
Well, there is somebody who said the original Dragon Lady already, so that's kind of. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But yeah,
whatever. Fuck you.
But I mean, even if we're not next to each other, I'm still there as a safety net, right?
Yeah.
I'm still sharing costs of stuff and whatnot. So.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I would not be able to do any of this shit without you being there. And that's just like the nature of where I'm at with things. There's not a definitive pathway for me to make my mortgage, feed my animals, take care of all my bills, with art. There's no, especially right now, there's no definitive pathway. So it's gambling and it's risky, but I mean, it's better odds than the casino. I grant you that.
Right?
But it's still gambling, and it's still a risk. You're still risking, the market, that you are going to yield a return when you go to these conventions, and get back more than you put into it.
Yeah.
So that hasn't been true for me for the last few shows. One show I broke even. One show I did okay. It was a little bit better than even, but overall, it's like bleeding out slow.
Yeah. Well, and I think for both of us, it's Kickstarters and product making a product, making a project, as opposed to just selling one-shot pieces of art. I mean, my Kickstarter did very well.
You did.
Very well.
Kickstarter was awesome, but even you said several times that you need to cut costs on this project.
Yeah, for sure. And that's why I'm hoping to do the 3 shows in a row. Is if they hold up to what my norm is right now, I should do well enough that it will absolutely make it worth it. But I'm also I'm staying with a friend, all right? I'm staying with my friend Sonia. And
right.
Got that all cleared with her this week. So now I'm actually staying with her. So we know that now. Instead of me going, please. Sonia. As it was, she was like, so I'm not going to be home one weekend, but if you're cool staying with my husband and kid, I'm like, I just won't come out of the bedroom. It's fine. It's I don't mind at all. So yeah, and seeing well, I'm excited because I get to see a couple of the people that we've interviewed on the podcast and stuff like that. So I think all around the trip is absolutely going to be worth it.
Yeah.
Even if I break even or do a little bit better than breaking even, that would be enough to sustain and to put money back into the account just fine. I'm also waiting on my licensing check, which should have some good numbers on it from some new licensing that I've picked up and some advancements and things like that. So money is still coming in for me, but it's not consistent, which is just, that's just art in general, is it's not consistent. But one of the reasons that I am leaning hard into the Oracle decks is because it's a sustainable product. So it's not just the Oracle deck. And I know I talked about this with you before, is, it's a stationary business, and it's journals and planners, and it's, all of the other side stuff that I can do, that I can run, a couple of Kickstarters a year, maybe 2, maybe. And those were my biggest years. When I did a calendar Kickstarter and a pin Kickstarter, those were my biggest years.
Yeah.
And even my first pin Kickstarter that I did, I think I looked today, I think I pulled 8K off of that Kickstarter. They were 2-inch pins, so they were smaller pins. They were less expensive. And they were based on the Oracle deck. So putting out there, hey, I was the artist on this Dragon Oracle deck. These are pins that match the cards. That pulled in a lot of people. Mm-hmm. So I'm already thinking that probably next year I'll do a pin set based on the flower dragons, right? And then I'll do stationery, and then I'll do I have an entire ecosystem, and I like doing that kind of stuff, right? I like product design. I like I said, I had talked to Bridget earlier, and I was like, man, might be fun to only paint for 6 months, 7 months out of the year, and then develop products the rest of the time. And if I can break into the wholesale market, even better.
So we've talked about this, and I'm sure that it actually has a name in business, an actual name that it does. When we talk about ecosystems, or when you're talking about ecosystems, specifically a product ecosystem, in your, how do you define it? How do you see that operating?
Yeah. So we'll take the deck, for instance. I'm already going to make 44 images for this deck, right? Or I've already made 44 images for previous deck. Where else can I put that art that it will work, that it will synergize with the other pieces? Right. So with the Enchanted Blossom stuff, I want to lean into the whole, Gen Z is looking at getting off of tech. That's a big movement right now. The cottage core, low tech, things like that. So things like letter writing is making a comeback. So if I have the language of flowers, which is based on the Victorian era and that kind of art, I can do, and it's based on positive affirmations, right? Positive words. I can create a stationery pack that, say you get 12 different images, so you have one per month, and then you get, that's doubled. So now you can buy yourself this pack, and then you give your friend the other half, and you go, let's write letters back and forth. Mm-hmm. So now that ties back into the Victorian kind of side of it, because Victorian letter writing was a big deal. And they're getting the artwork back, so you don't feel like if you're sending a letter, you're losing the art, right? Like, I don't want to send this because I don't want to ruin it, because I don't want to break it. Well, now your friend is now writing it back. So not only are you getting my artwork back, you're getting it back. I'm getting like goosebumps talking about it. I'm kind of excited about it. But you're getting your friend who's writing the letter on the stationery. Now it's a special thing, right? So now you've got the stationery, and it all uses the same artwork and the same branding that I've already done. And then on top of that, I can design a journal. And now when you get the letter, you can put it in the journal. And now you have a journal of these letters that you can keep, and you can write for yourself or things like that, a notebook, whatever. And then, you know, there was a couple of other products that I was talking about. I wanted to do a pressed flower book, like a book on how to press flowers and how to keep flowers. Well, now, and then, you know, you tie that into the letter writing. So now you can go out, you can go on a hike, you can collect some flowers, you can press them. And then when you send your friend the letter, you can add the pressed flowers that you pressed in the book into the letter writing. So that's what I'm talking about as an ecosystem, kind of a product system where you make the art once and that carries across several products.
Okay. Yeah. As far as pressed flowers, I was curious, would you, Enchanted Blossoms does have an integrated fantasy theme. Is that with you moving away from that, is that something that you're going to keep incorporated?
Yes. Yeah. So the next deck that I'm planning and I've started doing research on is night flowers, goth garden, dark stuff, and moths. And they're still going to be moth dragons, and the moth is still going to tie into the flower. But it'll be that where the first deck was positive affirmations and kind of looking outside of yourself to mirror those positive ideas within yourself. The night deck will be like shadow work, right? Okay. That'll be your shadow work. That'll be what I need to integrate. This will be what I need to face. So the first deck was without mirroring within. The next deck will be the shadow work, which is, again, you're processing those emotions and what do you need to integrate and things like that.
Huge disclaimer on that one.
Yeah. That is the hardest thing I've ever done. When you start facing like childhood memories and shit, that will fuck you up. Ask me how I know. We won't get into that on this podcast. I will cry. But then deck number 3, so I did snail dragons for the book, and they're some of the most popular like images. People love those. So deck number 3 is about reintegration into your life and into society and that kind of thing. And that one is mushrooms and snail dragons. And it'll be the same thing. The mushrooms are actual mushrooms that exist. The snails are snails that exist, and so on and so forth. So having all of that, at the end of that, you're looking at 88.
Have you thought about
32 cards?
Have you thought about integrating a life cycle into the cards as well? Like the front one being representing youth and age and self-discovery of youth, basically.
Right.
And then the middle section being like your experiences and things that are happening in the now, and like after you've had experience, and things have hurt you and you're processing them, like it's a different phase in your life. Mm-hmm. And then to think about the third phase as coming to grips with age.
I have not, but it's funny that you asked that, because that's integrated into the Phoenix deck, which is the one that I just had the idea for.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so that's about
yeah.
So the Phoenix deck, y'all are gonna laugh. It came to me in a meditation. I was deep into meditation.
Deep into meditation. Did you have any spicy earlier?
But no. No, I don't. that. I just meditate and it's magic.
So was it a green
Um,
chili phoenix? Is what
No,
I'm saying.
it's plant-based. It's a gardening. It's a gardening phoenix. But so that one actually integrates. So that one, nobody steal my ideas. That one's going to be 6 suits, and the suits all, so it's earth, fire, wind, water. And yes, these are phoenixes. Earth, fire, wind, water.
Trademark
Starlight.
that shit on the podcast. Trademarked and trademarked.
I know, right? That's my stamp of yeah. I don't care. You're not going to do it like I am anyway. Try it. So that's, and then that one actually deals with the descent and then the ascent. So you have the descent into, you know, whatever, and all of the cards go into that ascent or descent, and then the ascent back out. So that's going to deal more with the life cycle kind of thing. Okay. Integration. It's again, it's going to lean heavily into alchemical stuff.
I mean, if you like, that'd be a great way to like integrate those 2 decks together, or the decks with all 3 of your other decks too. Oh yeah. Shit.
Yeah, they're gonna all work together.
So that's crazy.
The plan now is that all of the 3 enchanted blossom decks will all be under the same branding. The new Phoenix deck technically will fall under the same branding as my Universal Dragon's Guide deck. So the Phoenix, which is it's a actionable deck. So if you're stuck on something, you can pull a card and it will give you a direction. So, excuse me, the Phoenix deck is more of like the why that things are happening and what you need to process. And then the Universal Dragon's Guide will be the how to do that. So those 2 will integrate together really well. And it's the same thing. Like I could do stationery, I could do journals, I could do, you know, other various products that go with it, and, you know, have basically created a publishing house overnight.
Are you thinking about doing originals for these or doing them digital?
No, so the flower decks, I haven't decided yet. Yeah, I haven't decided on that one. The Phoenix one, I want physical originals. I want them to be done traditionally.
That's cool.
So, but a lot of this is in research phase too. So, I mean, we're talking, as you were saying, like it'll be 5 years before all 3 of these are done. Yeah. Yeah. The Phoenix deck is at the forefront right now, but that'll probably.
Do you think that you are going to develop them to the level of your previous originals, or to like the level that you're working at with your fine art now?
I don't know yet.
Because I was like, with the shadow one, like the way that you do starscapes and stuff, like, you know, and then add some like silver filigree in there or some shit, that would be like really fucking cool.
Yeah, it would be hard to add that stuff to the cards. And it might be something that I design that into the card and then add it after I've scanned it in for purposes. That's probably what it will be. I know I want the quality and the skill level of the art to be higher, of course, because that's what we strive to do always. Yeah, but I'm in an idea phase, and I mean, even the fine art. I've got my next 6 fine art paintings sketched out, and boards ordered, and stones ordered, and I just have to sit down and do the fucking painting. Do the fucking work.
The ideas for the fine art come to you pretty well. The execution takes a little bit longer for you to navigate.
Yeah, well, and I think some of that is
experimentation.
Yes, absolutely. It's experimentation, but it's also confidence and skill level. Right. I went from watercolor to working in gouache and acrylic gouache, and so trying to figure that out along the way. Yeah, probably not the smartest.
Trying to get the luminosity and feel that you want with your paint.
And
especially when gouache like dries really flat too.
Yeah, which I liked in correspondence with the shiny metals. You have the shiny metal and then you have the flat gouache, and I did get more reflective acrylics for like the space because I want that to be more of a. Anyway. Right. Yeah, I
like the space and the line are becoming like. They're kind of like one in a
space, the cosmos and all things kind of idea. So for sure, but it's, I'm going through all of these midlife crisis changes type things and figuring out where my voice is now. and not having the same reservations that I did and the same fears that I did when I was working on the dragons, right? I was trying so hard to make that work because so few people did dragon work, right? And that made sense. Like, and there wasn't a lot of people in my space, in that physical space.
And then Game of Thrones hit, and it was bada bada bada.
Yeah, exactly. Game of Thrones, How to Train Your Dragon. When I walked into Walmart, I saw that massive, like, life-size Viking ship filled with sodas. I was like, oh, cool. Dragons are going to be it right now. And I find that as of right now, I do not have the fears that I had a year ago. They're just not there. So I'm not worried about looking silly or doing the right work or anything like that.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. But nothing has stepped up to fill that void either. Like, you know, the negative voices, I don't have any more negative voices in my head, which for somebody who's been depressed since they were 10 and trigger warning has had attempts at unaliving myself,
do you think
having that voice is crazy.
Do you think not having that negative, like, negging voice in the background with the work that you've done, like you also said it, like you haven't worked on stuff for very much at one time. Was that voice a driver, do you think, for
absolutely,
like how much like a driver for your success
for sure
previously?
For sure. To the point of burnout multiple times.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again. I mean, I was hanging out with Jim Julo in the Discord earlier. We have a Discord. I've been inviting people. So yeah, there's like a body doubling section and gaming section and stuff like that. Woo-hoo! So I'm working on it. And I completely lost my train of thought.
You were working with Jim Julo. Probably we're talking about.
Oh, the driving force behind the art.
Yeah, driving force, yeah.
Wow, it's totally gone. That train has left the station and did not leave a wisp of smoke for me to try to follow that back. Wow. Sorry.
Wow. On live podcast.
Totally gone.
Holy shit.
Sorry, guys.
Wow. That was thoughts leaving the train in real time, folks.
It was there and then it was gone.
It was gone. Hasn't come back around either.
Son of a motherless goat.
It's taking the scenic tour.
It totally is. I'm gonna remember when we get off the air, and then Alan will get a massive text from me.
You'll be like, son of a bitch.
God damn it. But yeah, wow, totally gone.
Totally gone. Mention Jim Julo in your brain. He's like that Men in Black thing. You mentioned his name.
I know, right? Completely. I'm gone.
Sorry, Jim. Sorry, Jim.
Yeah,
just messing.
Son of a motherless goat.
Son of a motherless goat.
Yes, the voice and the depression was definitely a driving force to the point of burnout multiple times.
Yeah.
And of, I was trying to prove myself to my parents and to my family and to other people and to the world, and that I'm valid and I'm worth doing this. And I'm worth, the artwork is a valid, viable way of
you
making. Oh my God,
Chip's watching.
Hi, Jim.
You made the train leave the station, bro.
It was gone. I don't know where that went. I don't know. We talked about so much stuff today. I don't even remember what it was. But yeah, I no longer feel like I have to do that, which is new. And like literally within the last 2 weeks, that has hit me. And it's been interesting. So now I'm trying really hard not to force myself to make art. I am chaos incarnate, dude. Seriously. Gone, totally gone. It was a good point too. It was gold. It was total gold. It was going to be the epic pinnacle of all of our podcast episodes.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
and now it's just totally gone.
We were building to this.
We were about to peak.
The pinnacle. The pinnacle.
The pinnacle of all of it. Yes. Yeah. So now, but I'm trying hard not to force myself either, because I don't want to the structures that fell away. I don't want to replace them with another rushed structure, right? Does that make sense?
No. You want You're like, you want to build it for, without all the pitfalls of validation and these
Yeah.
other
Oh,
these other
1000%.
traps that
Yeah.
are like this helped me make the thing, but for all the wrong reasons. So
For all the wrong reasons. And that was stressful, and that was burnout, and that was upsetting when the things wouldn't happen, when the show didn't do well enough, or when the family didn't give the praise that I wanted, or, felt like I needed, and I don't feel like I need anymore.
right.
So now having that freedom to kind of figure it out. I have always loved the Oracle decks, and I've always enjoyed it because I like building the structure just as much as I like making the art. But it's more than that. It's an amazing and very validating and very vain feeling when people come into your booth and say, I bought your deck 5 years ago and it has changed my life. And that has happened to me many times, right? Yeah. People come in and they get excited about the decks, and it's not even, it's one of those things we were talking about Elizabeth Gilbert and the magic and the muse coming in, right? I have very little memory creating that deck. Like it just came through, and that's what it is. It's less of patting my back and more of, I put something out there that's helping people.
Right.
And this is terrible. I don't want to help people one-on-one, and I don't want to teach, because that's not where that is not where my skill set lays. But if I can create systems and products that help people with what they're dealing with,
or inspiring them to make decisions.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the goal. And I love storytelling, and I love myths and legends, and I've been digging deep into the alchemical process and Joseph Campbell type stuff, where you have the same kind of similar characters across multiple myths and legends. It's like I eat all of that up. And so being able to create an oracle deck where the symbols mirror that kind of thing and need that level of research, that just makes me giddy as hell.
I mean, I guess I'm someone who, unless I really am super into the topic, I will stay at the shallow end of the pool for as long as I can, because Carl Jung, Joseph Campbell, that is the deep end of the pool as far as the mythic perspective.
Yes.
And I have the books, the Hero of a Thousand Faces and stuff like that. His effect on George Lucas with Star Wars, I was all into that. And I think it allowed many creators and creatives and writers over the past few years have access to developing these realistic fantasy characters of the time. And the retelling of these classic myths over and over and over through the lens, with the monomyth and everything like that. So I have a little bit of knowledge about that stuff, but you have the Red Book knowledge.
It's funny that you should mention the Red Book.
Oh shit!
I was just watching a YouTube video on Carl Jung wrote the Red Book at the same time Tolkien was writing his books, and she did a dissertation on the parallels between the two.
Mm-hmm.
I just started watching it. I haven't finished it yet, and I haven't gotten very deep, and I'm so excited. But yeah, I love that kind of stuff, and especially with what I'm going through now. That's been a huge thing about not completely collapsing in on myself. Is I can pull up some Jungian stuff and listen to it and go, oh, that's the part of the process that I'm in. I just need to get through this, right?
I thought about reading the few different female authors I think that I know have rewritten the myth, the hero of the mythological journey, the mythic journey in a feminist perspective. And I thought about reading that just so I could examine that perspective to see if it helps me create warriors differently, to create because I also like doing TTRPG and writing stuff for fun. I don't really pursue that professionally or anything, but I do enjoy creating things for fun for my players and for things like that. So I thought about reading those books to help me, like in Women Who Run with Wolves, like to see if it helps me write better characters for and draw better characters, like to examine when I'm drawing, like, you know, because getting the, you know, what I know, like I know like maybe 20 different micro expressions for men, like I know like what, two for women.
And they're all
or you know,
turning around artwork.
I want you. It's like my micro expressions for women are I want you or I want to fuck you up.
Fair enough. Fuck you or fuck you up. That's good. Yeah.
So, but I know like 20 different. I know 20 different expressions,
Emotes.
like physical emotes and expressions,
right.
even body language things for men, just from my lived experience. So.
Of course. Yeah. I when I do draw humans, they tend to be women because I look at one in the mirror every day.
And I think I'm the same with guys too.
Yeah, for sure.
I do try to, because I know that I was trained horribly by the 90s with the anatomy of the 90s comic books.
Comic books.
So that's initially that's what I was like cutting my
broken
teeth.
Spines and extra long feet from Liefeld. Thank you, Liefeld.
Yeah, so sometimes I'll go out of my way to illustrate various body types to ensure that you know, I can, you know.
And as a fatty, I thank you.
I like me a thick berry. I like a thick berry. You don't see a whole lot of thick berries.
That's true. Mermaids, you were getting a lot of thick mermaids, but they tend to lean into like the son of a bitch.
I did a dad bod sketch mermaid one time. He just had like the dad gut kind of overhanging from the side.
There you go.
Yeah, that was awesome.
More of that.
Yes, to a painting of that guy.
Dad bod Thor.
Yeah,
He's popular. He's popular.
Dad bod merman.
Since we're headed that direction already, Wicker, the Wicker movie.
How much fan art is going to be produced for that? Like this, like it's going to have fan fiction already be written about it before it even releases.
Oh no, it's already coming out. Well, and I love how the companies are leading into it. Like IKEA was like husband material, and it's all their wicker furniture. Like I love that.
Oh, it's so great.
But it's funny to watch the discourse online because
whoever's doing the social media for IKEA.
Oh, so you're on point. On point. It's awesome to see the discourse online because there's this whole like, this is definitely going to be an explicit episode. It's like women will fuck anything as long as it's not a man. And the women are going, no, we'll fuck anything as long as it's emotionally available and takes care of its shit. Like that's what the story is about. And it's funny because I did read the short story it was based on, and there's no sexual, it's not like smut or anything like that. So how they got there, I don't know, but I like it.
So I had this skit in my head of there's this movie called They Live. It's about an alien invasion
I have vague recollection of coming out. I haven't seen it yet.
Well, he puts these shades on and he can see all the aliens in like grayscale, right? And I think it's They Live. Correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm wrong. And he like it's from that line. I've come here to do two things: chew bubblegum and kick ass.
And I'm out of bubblegum. Yeah.
And I'm all out of bubblegum. That's where that line comes from. And so my idea was to like have women or a woman like get a pair of shades, and like she puts them on, and there's like instead of aliens that are saying obey, there's like dangers that are all around her, and it's just labeled the bear.
There you go. Yeah. Yep, exactly.
They're like a garbage truck driving by, and at the front of it, it's like the bear.
Right? Yes.
No,
that would be overwhelming.
That would, and it just like and like some guys will be like the bear, some girls will be the bear, like choosing the bear.
Right? Yes. That's awesome. That would be
And
a
then
lot.
there'll be like a little thing
Be a
that
lot of
says
bears.
you.
Right? Looks in
And
the mirror
you'll
goes,
look
"Wait a
like
minute."
the alien because no way that. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. That would
Yeah,
be a great skit.
it would. That's an SNL thing for sure.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting to watch the discourse online because the men are screaming about that, and that's literally what the movie is about. Is about that he's so good to his woman that the other women get jealous and start yelling at their husbands, and their husbands are like, "And we need to get rid of him because he's making us look bad." And that's
Shit.
literally the plot line for the movie, and then you see it happening like
All these husbands are trying to kill this wicker guy. Oh
Yep,
my God.
exactly.
That's
Frankenstein's monster.
hilarious. That's going to be good. I think that's going to be good.
I think we have a group that's going to go see it because there's no way it's going to be playing here, but I think there's a few
Yeah.
that are going to make a field trip to see it together. So
I can't wait for Practical Magic 2. It's going to be a good one.
I will probably have to watch that on my own. Should be good though. It's all good. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good.
You can just wait till you're. Never mind. I won't say it. I won't say it. I'll say it online. I was going to make a dig, but I was like, better not.
Wait, I'm in Kansas. Maybe Sonia will go see it with me.
Yeah. I was going to make a dig, but I was like, nah, this is life. We're not going to do that.
Should be good though. The storytelling that's coming out is awesome. And I think that I like the movies that like are not taking themselves too seriously and stuff like that. But I think like going back to like the Carl Jung and the alchemy and stuff, it's giving us symbols that are consistent across multiple people, right? That people understand.
Yeah,
and that's the part that I find fascinating. And that's why another reason why I'm leaning into the Oracle deck so hard right now is because it's like the culmination of all of my special interests, right? The research and the symbology and the storytelling and the myths and legends and the art and the product design and all of it.
Oh, like, yeah. The ultimate ecosystem has arrived.
Yes. It's like my happy place. And I do have like, please don't drop a house on me. What the hell?
She's like, I am offended by that music.
I am. My mother was a witch. Wait, no, she was, never mind. But yeah, I think that's something that as artists, I think that's going to be one of the few things that keeps us afloat for the future is finding something that you love to the point that you're like giddy about it and it's
right. Yeah.
Because I mean you've seen it happen when I talk about my Oracle decks, other people get excited.
Oh yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
I mean, because I'm excited about them and I'm excited about making them. So that's leaning into that more and becoming a true master. Maybe not like, I'm not thinking like traditional master style, like a Japanese. Yeah, right. Exactly. Be one with the folds.
Your kung fu is not strong.
Yes. But creating something that people get excited about. Because we are seeing a pushback with AI.
Yeah.
But we're seeing it from, oh my God, somebody posted something. It was another artist. Sorry, I have to pull this up because this is so.
You know where I'm seeing where I'm seeing some growth with some things is experiential things like card games, deck builders,
yes.
Board games. There's some growth in board games, I think, right now. There's some growth in figurines. Yeah. There's some, but to me, it's like people want to either have something functional they can do with the art itself, other than have it look pretty.
For sure.
Or
they want to be part of the process, right? It's that experience thing that we keep talking about with Ren fairs and stuff like that. They want to be part of the experience. And that's what's kind of nice about the decks is you take that home and you become part of the experience and it helps you. Mm-hmm. So for me, Tarot and Oracle are not like future reading cards like they are with other people. They help you break through your subconscious and help you figure out what it is that like your deep brain is trying to tell you kind of thing. And that's so when they can take the cards home and actively do something with it, that's important. Now, the downside is that the Oracle and Tarot market right now is completely flooded with AI. completely flooded with AI, really bad. And it's frustrating because I was like doing research for the Phoenix deck, and I was looking at what other decks are out there.
What kind of deck? Is it a Phoenix deck? With the Phoenix deck?
Yes.
Can you say that one more time?
Phoenix deck.
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 It's a deck.
Phoenix deck. It's a deck. But there was no underlying structure. It was just random cards that they'd thrown out there, and it was just like the art was AI, and it's just I'm like I'm looking at it and I'm watching the video, and Karen, the woman that owns the tea shop, was watching it with me, and she just looked at me. She's like, "You could do so much better." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I know." Like that's not even a question.
You know what? You know what it is? Like they can pump out stuff at volume, but they can't pump out quality at volume.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so I think that people eventually will have a sharper like take on originability.
Yes, that's already happening for sure.
Because AI has this sameness to it that people are just kind of like, oh well, I've seen 100 of those, you know. So my hope is that like people will gain a little bit more literacy with what they're looking at to understand what's AI, what's not AI, and not have their factory default set to AI.
Yes.
Your consumption factory default is McDonald's versus
right?
a sit-down place.
And I asked Bridget if she would come be on the show. I hope she doesn't mind that I'm going to mention this, but she discovered some places on the internet where she's being accused of using AI.
Oh fuck.
She was not happy about it. And that, especially in the licensing market, especially when we have to sign contracts saying that we do not use AI in our art, that could be damaging, right? Yeah. Like if a puzzle company is going to pick up her stuff and finds random discourse of people saying that her work is AI, they're less likely to pick her up, even if they know she's not making AI, because she's not. The backlash of that is we still don't even want to touch it with a 10-foot pole because there's a rumor that you're working with AI.
Well, now
so problematic.
Yeah, now these directors are also like some I'm sure they're looking at it, but if you use software that is heavily integrated with AI, certain bigger named softwares have AI integrated through them, and somebody takes that artwork and they put it through an AI detector, it's gonna come home. And it's gonna pop back off with that some AI generation was used, especially when if the tools that they've started to develop within the program itself are being moderated and edited with AI features, like you are essentially using a more modified AI keyboard to prompt with.
Right. And it's so integrated in these programs that even doing simple things,
simple edits.
I mean, I had bought brush packs, and every single damn brush on there was AI, and I didn't realize it until I bought the brush pack and zoomed in and went, oh crap.
Background remover. Guess what?
Yeah, absolutely. So somebody
think it's just simple erase tool? Oh
no, it's AI. They were talking about AI bros, and they used the term cog suckers and bot lickers. And I was like, yes, those are the best terms ever. Fucking cogsuckers and bot lickers. I'm like, oh,
cogsuckers and bot lickers.
Cogsuckers and bot lickers.
Can we get it on a t-shirt? That would be fucking sweet.
Yeah. Yes, I love bot lickers.
We need to do some
damn bot lickers
too. Bolt busters.
Huh?
Oh God, bolt busters.
Bolt busters.
We got them bolt busters. Nice. Cog lickers. Wow.
No.
Wow. Here Be Dragons Artcast has jumped the shark. So
right.
We apologize for the lunacy of this podcast. We hope
we were not prepared.
We were not prepared.
Which is a WoW reference for those of my WoW heads out there. Woohoo! I'll explain later. It's fine. Should we wrap this craziness up?
Oh, sure. Yep. Let's wrap it up for this weekend, and we'll try to get
an explicit tag.
Try to get a guest on for next weekend.
I'm talking to a couple of people, so we'll come up with something. So
yeah,
it has been crazy. It has been. absolutely crazy between like
Well, with you doing
duty
jury
and-
duty, and me,
Yeah, and everything else.
I've started school back up, so I am with.
I love you too, Renee.
You know, that's why I'm
I need to
cussing a
look at the
lot
thing
more
you
than
sent me.
usual because like I can't cuss throughout the day now. So, you know, I am with, you know, 5 through, you know, 12-year-olds. So it's like, you know, I'm just like, as soon as I get out of school, like I'm cranking on some like, you know, Master P and or Ice Cube and saying like,
Watching the South Park movie.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Today's episode is definitely explicit, and it's like I said, we usually have more ideas, but we still talked about art, and we still talked about AI.
We talked about like a lot of stuff. Like, I mean, you at least have. I like that you have a plan and a direction, and you know, and I think like I really just got to work on my space to feel creative again and feel like I can create. But also watch how much pressure I'm putting on myself.
For sure.
Because
don't keep up with me, Alan. Don't. Even if you were professional,
I can't run with the big dogs. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not saying that. I am not saying that. I have a special kind of crazy.
No, I'm
that
saying
a lot
that
of people can't keep up with anyway. Even as a professional, once. I have met precious few other people that have the same brand of ADHD I have, and all of them are like, "Do not try to keep up with me. You can't."
You know, I'm 46, almost 47. I gotta pace myself. You know, I'm getting up there in the echelons. Although, you know, found out today Hakusai was like 70 when he did, you know, his the Kiwagawa wave painting. So,
yep.
It's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse. It's living your life.
Yeah.
We're both artists. We're both still artists, even though I have not made a painting
making
in
block print paints
6 months.
in Japan. Oh, it'd be the shit.
Young Popsy, Renee. There you go. Thank you, Renee. He's not that old. All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. And Here Be Dragons. Make sure to like, subscribe, find us on the web at herebedragons@artcast.com. Find us on all the things: Substack, Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, YouTube, and anywhere else you listen. We will see you next time.
We really appreciate you being here. Share all the shit.
Thanks for joining us on this wackadoodle thread that we, Night, guys. Thanks.
Night. Carla just wants to have